Hello, FCS 2250 computer application students. Mr. Lang here, and hey, access section 1, our skills check exam. The time has come. Hey, as always, the best compliment is a referral. Let your friends and family members know. Hey, take that FCS 2250 computer applications. Follow right along with his videos. You're going to learn something and you're going to get an A. All right, let's go ahead and rock and roll. So, got it launched here. I'm going to jump into my full screen. You know the routine. I'm going to go ahead and click on next. What do we got? 20 things to do, unlimited time, unlimited attempts per task, unlimited. Let's get this figured out. All right, here we are in an Access database. Companies filled with data. Look at all this data that we have open that we can access. All right, but let's start with this one here. We're going to type 1 in the serial number field entry box in the first row. So click in there. I'm going to type in 1. I don't think we want a 10 there, so I'm going to get rid of that 0 by pressing my delete key. I'm going to go ahead and press my tab key for the amount or units ordered. I'm going to go ahead and type in 30. Tab key, how much? 79050. Ooh, I need the dot in there, my bad. All right, 790 and 50 pennies. All right, tab key, when do we need it? Date of order, 3/10/2024. All right, and I'm not liking my 3 there. Somehow I got an underscore there. And so I'm going to do a 03 there. I think that's what we need to do. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll press the tab key when we're done with that. And I'll go ahead and hit my save bar in the title bar, or save option in the title bar, I should say. Close my answer key, check my answer. Hey, we're off to a great start. No turning back now. Let's keep going. I know you're with me. We need to add a record in a table. All right, so we are in our table here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and type in 1 again. You know what? My serial number 1. All right, and not 10, but 1. Press my tab key. 50 units that we need to order. Same price, $7.50 and 55 pennies. Date of order 03 now, /10/2024. I will go ahead and press my tab key one more time to lock that order in. I'll go ahead and hit my save key, close my answer key, and I'll check my answer. There we go. Adjusting the field column widths. All right, double clicking. This could be interesting. Sometimes this one works out as well, but I'm going to do the double clicking. I'm going to go between my supplier name. I'm going to click down here, supplier name and the 4th column, because it says between the 3rd and 4th column, 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column. So I'm between it. Take a look at my arrow here. It turns into a black line up and down, left arrow, right arrow. Now you want to double click. So you got to get it right on there, double click, and it will auto fit. All right. So that's a great option. If you're having a trouble double clicking there, look at these options as well. All right, we're doing great. Adjusting the field column width. Another way to do it, click in any field in the sales amount column. Sales amount, we'll click somewhere in there. We're going to go to the More button in the Records group on the Home tab. Home tab, Records group, More. And I believe we're going to go into our what here? Click the More button, click the Field Width option. Field Width option. Am I in the right spot? Let's see here. Click the More button in the Records group on the Home tab. Home tab, Records group, More. I don't see my field width. There it is. Oh my goodness. Right in front of my eyeballs. And I'll type in 20, click OK, or my enter key, adjust the width of that. I'm going to go ahead and hit my save key and close that and have this as part of our past. All right. I got to read with a purpose, right, Mr. Lang? I know you guys have heard me say that before. All right, great job. Finding data now. We're going to click in the first row of the last name column. Last name, first row, Tom. We're going to click the Find button in the Find group on the Home tab. Find group. We're going to go and choose the Find option. And we're going to type in McGraw, MC, capital Graw. And I got my caps lock key on there whenever I go to type the A. Sometimes I hit that, double checking. MC, capital Graw. I got a capital C there. That's no bueno. We're going to get rid of that one. I think I now have it set to McGraw. All right, and we're going to go and choose a Find Next button. And you know what? I did not click in the last name. Let me try that again. Now I'm in the last name. Now find what? Now it needs to bring me down to McGraw. Again, Mr. Lang, got to read with a purpose. Last name I should have been in. And I clicked in Tom for the first name. My goodness. Once I clicked in Bailey, Find Next, it brings me down to McGraw. I'll go ahead and hit cancel now. I'm in that field. I'll go ahead and hit my save key. And I'll close the answer key and check my answer. Great job, everybody. Being in the right column helps, doesn't it? Find and replace data. Let's do it. Click in the first row of the employee ID column. All right, let's make sure we're in the right one. Employee ID. All right, there we are. Employee number. Again, my goodness, employee number right there. Now we're good. We're going to click the replace button in the home tab, find area. All right, and what are we going to type? We're going to type capital E 00432, tab key, capital E 00452. And now we're going to click the Find Next button. It'll bring us down to Felix Perez. Found that, and now we're going to replace. And you can see now it's 452 instead of 432. And I'm going to go ahead and hit my save button. And I'm going to close my answer key. And I'm going to check my answer. There we go. I think we did good. Adding a record in a form. Let's do it. Double-click Products in the Forms group in the navigation pane. Forms group, Products. We're going to click the New button in the Records group in the Home tab, Records, New. We're now down to record 8 of 8 because they had 7 records already. So we need to type in P008, tab key, CK-32, tab key, product description, cake pan, tab key, how much? $9.99. I'm going to click my save button. And I'm going to close my answer key. And check my answer. New product. Got a new cake pan in there. We're going to add a record to the form. Let's do it. Double click the employee in the Forms group in the navigation pane. Forms group, Employees. We're going to click the New button in the Records group on the Home tab. Again, we got 15 employees already. This must be our 16th, and it looks like it is. All right, the employee ID. Now, this is something they don't tell us to do. They want us to type this in the employee number, all right, but they miss a direction here. I'm going to go ahead and click down in here. You know what? I'm going to press my tab key, all right, because this needs to be our employee number, E. And as I start typing now that employee ID number appears. All right. So I probably was safe where I was before. I'm going to press my tab key again. They don't tell us that. So click, make sure you're in your employee ID when you put in that number right there. All right. That's important. Okay. First name, Lau. Tab key, Ortiz, double checking my spelling, and we're going to work in the sales department as the sales manager. Congratulations, Mr. Ortiz. for now being the sales manager. And it looks like we're good there. I'm going to hit my save button there. We have a new employee. And we'll close our answer key and we'll check our answer. Awesome. Deleting the first record in the employee information table. All right, let's do it. So double click the employee information in the tables group. This is important. There's a tables group and there is a form group. Not the employee information down here, but the employee information in the tables group. Click the record selector bar to select the first record. So this is where you're going to come. I'm right to the left of 110. My arrow turns into that black arrow pointing to the right. I'm going to click that. That selects that whole record. Now we're going to click the delete button in the records group on the home tab. Records group, delete button. And it gets rid of that employee information. I believe that's all we need to do. We just need to hit our save key. Again, they got a few directions there. Wish they had those spaced out. A couple different options to do. We'll check our answer though. Looks like we did okay by the speed of that. Hey, great job. Deleting a record in a table. Double click the employee information in the tables group in the navigation pane, employee information. Click the record selector bar to select the last record. Same thing, Mr. Philip O'Leary. We'll click that. Click the delete button in the records group on the home tab. Click the yes button if needed. I didn't need to do that, but if yours pops up, yes. And then we'll click the save button. Close our answer key and we'll check our answer. All right, great job. Hey, I believe we're over the hump. Halfway done. Let's keep going. We're not stopping now. Sorting a record in the table. This is important. I always do this. Double click the product list in the tables group in the navigation pane. Product list. Lots of products, monitors, ink, digital cameras, scanners. Click on any record in the list price field column. List price, any record. Any one of these. Click the descending button in the sort and filter group in the home tab. Sort and filter, descending, so it'll go from the highest price to the lowest price. I'll hit my save key, close my answer key, and we'll see if we did that right. All right, great job. We're going to sort some more. Double click the employee information tables in the navigation pane. Tables, employee information. Click in any record in the last name column field. Last name, Samuel, there we go, not first name, last name. And we'll go ahead and click the ascending, so it does an alphabetical order, A to Z in the sort and filter, and we have that sort ascending now. I'll hit my save button, and I'll check my answer. All right, what do we got here? We are going to filter some record. Well, direction number 1 is gone, so I'm going to start with direction number 1 down here. Click in any record in the bill category field column. Well, what data do we need to open up? The medical table. Let's open up the medical table. Double click there. Now let's go back to this one. Click in any record in the bill category field column. Bill category, any record. We'll just start with the top one there. Click the down arrow at the right side of the bill category field column heading. Right here, right arrow, we'll click that down arrow there. We will click the select all, so that way we're going to probably choose what we want, and we want to get just the information that's dealing with our treatments, and click OK. We now see that we are just looking at that data dealing with the bill category of treatment. Again, these are smaller databases. If you work for a company, you're going to have huge databases. Filtering that data is awesome. We'll close that and we'll check our answer. All right, great job. We're going to filter some more records. Click in any record in the department name column. Department name column. There we go. We'll start with marketing. We're going to click the filter button in the sort and filter group on the home tab. Sort and filter, filter button right there. And we're going to select all. We're going to get rid of all those different departments. And what one are we going to choose? Marketing. Hey, there we go. Marketing, we'll choose OK. So now we just see those employees that work in the marketing department. As always, we'll hit our save key, close our answer key, check our answer. Oh, great job. I was getting nervous for a second there. Removing a filter. All right, so we have a filter turned on right now. We got to get rid of it. We're going to click the toggle filter button in the sort and filter group on the home tab. Sort and filter. We're going to go ahead and choose the toggle filter option. All right, I got to click it twice because I did click my answer key to reactivate it, obviously. Here's my filter, and that's the filter off. All right, so we can see all of our employee data. Maybe we're just looking for specific data. I'm going to hit my save key and check my answer. All right, I believe we are 3/4 of the way done. We are going to print a table. Let's do it. And first option is done. We don't have any tables open yet. We got to print the orders table using the default print settings, orders. So let's go ahead and open up the orders table. Not the orders list or orders line item, just the orders table. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and click the print option. All right, so again, I don't see the print option available here. So where I know the print option is under the file drop down area. Now I see print. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and choose the print option here. And I'm going to go ahead and choose OK. Now, this is just a pretend printer, but if you had your printer set up, you would see this, and then you would print that record just fine. All right. And I think we're going to go ahead and click our answer key. And you can see if we look at here, direction number 1 did tell us to click that file tab. We missed that direction number 1 up there. So we did that. All right. I'm going to hit that save key one more time because I clicked over in my answer key and choose check answer. All right. Great work, everybody. Deleting a record in a form. Okay. As I mentioned, there are tables and there are forms. So we need to right click the employee information in the forms group in the navigation pane. So come down to your forms. There's employee information under forms and tables. We want to be here. Right click and open. All right. Now we're going to click the delete button arrow in the records group on the home tab. Home tab, delete. But for some reason, we're just going to delete it. We're going to get rid of that. All right, employee ID. So give me 1 second. Click the last record button in the record. I'm going to undo that. Control Z. I didn't read that direction. Click the last record button in the record navigation pane. That's down here. We have 10 records. All right. Here is the next record. There's the last record option right there. So now we're on record 10 of 10, 155. Now we're going to click the delete button arrow in the records group, the down arrow. Make sure you choose that. And we're going to delete that entire record. That's going to be big. All right. I think I've got it now. Again, in our employees forms, we deleted that record, the entire record. All right. Let's check our answer. Awesome. Made a little hiccup there, but we recovered. Opening and closing an object. Let's do it. So again, number 1 is gone, but we'll come down here, right click the employees table group in the navigation pane, the employees table group. So we'll right click and we will choose open. So we have our employees table open now. We also want to do that to our suppliers in the forms group. So we're coming down to the forms group here, right click suppliers. and we'll open. Right click the order details table tab and then click close. The order details up here, the tab here. So we're going to right click up here in the tab and we're going to choose close. All right. So it's important to do it from there. I'm going to hit my save key. I just had the 2 records that I need open from my employees table to my supplier form. I'm going to go ahead and hit close on that answer key and choose check my answer. Hey, great job. Couple more to go. Finding and replacing data. Click in the first row of the player code column. Player code column right there. We'll click in any one of those, player code. Click the replace button in the find group on the home tab. Find, replace. We're going to type in A, capital A0006, tab key, A0010. We're going to choose the Find Next button. Brings us down to Mr. Hewitt, game player. And we're changing that now to 10. So we're going to choose Replace. And you can see now that that is replaced. And I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I'm going to hit my Save key. And I'm going to close my answer key and check my answer. Great work. I believe we did good. We're down to our last one. 20 of 20, opening an existing database. All right, so if you ever need to open a database, click the File tab, which we are already on our File tab, just an FYI. We are going to click the Open option, Open. We are going to go to the Browse location, Paradigm Documents, double click, opens this up, and we will double click the database right there, our Grocery Mart. Looks like it's opening up. And we've got our employees, our details. I'm not opening any of these, but these are all the tables. We have a supplier form. All right, and since we didn't change anything, we don't have anything to save. So we'll just check our answer and see how we did. Awesome. Great job. Thanks for hanging out. We are done with our first one. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys in our next video. And as always, hey, that best compliment is that referral. Thank you so much. Be kind. And again, thank you for being my students. Have a great day, everybody.